guys, and welcome back to All Things Ghostly. Alright guys, today we have an exciting podcast. We truly do. For all my Hocus Pocus lovers, yes, we are talking about the Ropes Mansion, which, if you didn't know, if you're not a fellow Hocus Pocus fan, then I will tell you what it is. I don't know why I said it so dramatically. Also, if this eyebrow is messed up, please ignore it for all my YouTube viewers. If you're interested in the visual, go over to YouTube. It's there. But I just knocked my face before I started filming, so I don't know what she's looking like, but let's just ignore it. This isn't about my eyebrow, okay? Anyway, so the Ropes Mansion is Allison's house in Hocus Pocus. Now, the actual house is in the movie, but the inside of the house in the movie is not actually the inside of the Ropes Mansion. The inside of it is not actually in the Hocus Pocus movie, so it's a set. So I wasn't able to find any of cast member experiences, which I feel like would be crazy cool to hear if they felt anything, saw anything, whatever, but I couldn't. So very sad. And I actually found it difficult to track down personal experiences of this mansion, but it is said to be very haunted. And I don't know if people just don't go because they don't know it's haunted, or if it's because it might not be open to the public all the time. I do know that this year during October, this month, I think I'm gonna upload this month, but basically they did the inside of the Ropes Mansion to look like the inside of Allison's home, like Hocus Pocus, like it is actually in the movie, but I don't know if it's always open to the general public. Actually, when I was reading through the article that I'm going to read you guys, which is by Ghost City Tours, that will be also in the description of wherever you're listening if you want to read it yourself. All cred goes to them. Thank you for this beautiful article. But I do think it said that there was some sort of fire that shut the building down to the public for a while, so that's probably why there isn't much personal experience regarding this in terms of ghost hunting or people just going to, kind of see it and then they experience something paranormal. So I'm not really sure, but it definitely is very interesting, and I thought that this should be one of the first episodes I do because A, I love Hocus Pocus, and B, Hocus Pocus 2 just came out a little over a month ago, I think. September 30th is when it came out. So yeah, it is definitely the right time to do it. Let me know what you guys thought about Hocus Pocus 2, either in the YouTube comments, on my Instagram. Go follow it all, go interact. All of it is in the description box of wherever you are viewing or listening. But yes, we are going to, I got my little printed paper and everything. I came prepared. But we're going to be reading through this article all about the history of it, the deaths that happened here, why it's haunted, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get on into it. And yeah, I'm just going to be reading straight from the article, and then I'm going to obviously take commentary breaks because I always have thoughts on everything, so why not? All right, so the address is 318 Essex Street. It says, oh, this is just describing it. Sorry, I had the underside of my table. White, stark, colonial, asymmetrical, two-storied house with pedimented gables? I don't know what that means. Pedimented? I don't know. Look familiar? You may recognize the Ropes Mansion from Disney's cult classic Hocus Pocus. Yet this 18th century home is more than a movie mansion. In fact, the Ropes Mansion is much spookier off-screen. It's been mobbed, modernized, and reutilized. Yes, mobbed. One inhabitant succumbed to smallpox. A later inhabitant caught fire. Ominous, right? That's just the beginning. We're in for it. Today, the Ropes Mansion is owned by the Essex Museum, but we suspect that there are still a few phantoms calling the Ropes Mansion home. Who are they, though? I don't know. You tell me, and I'm about to tell y'all. Better yet, what do they want? So it's like broken up into little sections, which I feel like is helpful. So it says the making of the Ropes Mansion. The Ropes Mansion was built by Samuel Bernard in the later 1720s. Unfortunately, we know little about Samuel Bernard. Bernard was a merchant who moved to Salem from Deerfield, Massachusetts. He led a prosperous life in Salem Village, marrying and remarrying on 4 separate occasions. 4 weddings, 3 funerals. Ooh, he got around. He was good with the ladies. The marriages of the Ropes Mansion are even more mysterious than the merchant. There's an ambulance in the back. Sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of background noise, but what am I to do? Bernard's first wife, Mary, died while the couple lived in Deerfield. Rachel, Bernard's second wife, died in Salem Village in 1743. Bernard remarried to Elizabeth Williams, who died in 1753. Bernard's fourth wife, Catherine, also lived with Bernard in the Ropes Mansion until Bernard's death in 1762. They say that the 4th time's a charm, right? Right, definitely. It can be assumed that Rachel and Elizabeth perish on the property, though there are no accounts of their paranormal activity. Shy, perhaps? Interesting. So, I guess... So they obviously died on the property, and I think that's probably why they think they're haunting it, but I guess nobody's actually seen them, which is fairly interesting, I feel like. I guess, yeah, they might be shy, but I don't know, you'd think they'd have stories to tell. But anyway, more on to Nathaniel Ropes. In 1768, what was the first guy's name called? Or who was the first guy? Samuel Bernard. Okay, gotcha. So Nathaniel Ropes was a judge who purchased the house from the nephew of Samuel Bernard. Okay, got it now. I'm caught up. Ropes was a wealthy, though unpopular attorney and Harvard graduate who, despite his disrepute? I feel like I can't read right now. I'm like, what are words? I don't understand this. Let me see. Where was I at? I lost my place. Disrepute. Despite his disrepute. Guys, am I like blacking in and out right now? I don't know. Anyway, he held an impressive career, essentially, but people didn't like him. Ropes represented Salem in the colonial legislature and later served on the governor's council. Ropes was even a judge for the inferior court of common pleas by 1772. I don't know why I said please with like a please. It was like a southern accent. Anyway, that's disgusting. No, I'm sorry. Southern accents aren't disgusting. The way I sounded was disgusting. Anyway, Ropes was appointed to the Superior Court of Judiciary, essentially. Judicature. I don't know. An impressive appointment as the Superior Court of Judicature. I don't know what these words are, bro. It's crazy. But it was the highest court of the colony, essentially. This is the boring stuff. Let's go ahead and skip to how Nathaniel Ropes died. The Ropes Mansion was mobbed as 2 colonists threw mud, stone, and sticks at the windows. The colonists demanded that Ropes renounce his allegiance with the British crown. Ropes never had the chance, however. He died the day after. He was 47 years of age. Ropes had smallpox at the time of the attack. He succumbed to the disease the following day. Although it's uncertain if the mob caused his death, the Ropes family felt that the disturbances of the attack hastened his infection. That's interesting. But I don't understand. Maybe I don't know a ton about smallpox. Oh, it actually has a little thing here. I read this before, but I'm like rereading it now and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know it had this section in it. But how is it that a disturbance like made his smallpox worse, I guess? I don't know. But let's see if this says it. Nathaniel Ropes wasn't the only one with smallpox, however. At the time of his death, Salem Village was overcome with the epidemic, yet public resources were either scarce or overpriced. Inciting I know that one. Inciting a Marblehead Crow to set fire to a smallpox hospital. Their anger wasn't understandable, though misplaced reaction to a public health crisis. Historian Andrew M. Werman detailed the Werman. Guys, I cannot right now. This is cracking me up more than it should, probably. I think I'm like drunk, although I'm not drunk. Basically, the Andrew dude detailed the account in the Boston Globe, writing that on the surface such an attack might seem inhuman or at best ignorant, but the act was the calculated result of long simmering anger over the cost and politics of smallpox inoculations in one of the largest and most prosperous towns in the colonies. So anyway, it goes more into like why people didn't, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the legend of Abigail Nabby Ropes. My name is Abigail, although I go by Abby. She went by Abigail. So, over 60 years later, more tragedy came to the Ropes mansion, and in 1939, Abigail Ropes met her tragic ending. Legend has it that Nathaniel's wife Abigail burned to death in her dress while in the Ropes mansion, yet the legend of Abigail Ropes is inaccurate. Abigail did catch fire in the house, yet Abigail was Nathan's daughter. Oh, not Nathan's wife, Nathaniel's wife. Abigail's dress had ignited from the mansion's fireplace. Her petticoats went up in flames. Wow. Brutal. Portraits in public buildings in Salem memorialized her death, establishing that, in quotes, Abigail died unmarried from burns. Why do y'all have to point out that she's unmarried? Like, that would be her whole identity if she was. From burns received when carrying coals from one room to another. Abigail's official obituary was more telling. Abigail reported to the Salem Gazette, succumbed to a distressing illness of 3 weeks caused by her clothes accidentally taking fire. Wait. She was alive 3 weeks after? With an illness? That is brutal. That is absolutely, like, very difficult to picture. I look like crazy right now because of this huge ass sweater. So sorry, I'm like just lounging all about. But that is crazy. So it says, although it's uncertain if Abigail died then or thereafter, Nabby, which was her nickname, allegedly haunts the Ropes mansion. I mean, I would too after all that. That's crazy. Reports of her apparition proliferate the history of the house, though we'll let you see for yourself. I want to go here. Like, any ghost hunters, let's go. Because this is interesting as heck to me. So this is about the fires of the Ropes mansion, this next part. It says, tragedy struck the Ropes mansion in August of 2009. That was so recent. The Ropes mansion caught fire. The plaster ceilings were destroyed, as were the carpets and the wallpaper. Yet the employees of the Ropes mansion swiftly responded, saving the majority of the home's artifacts. That's good. That's really good. I'm glad that happened. So the cause of it, some suspected a heat gun that had been used in an exterior renovation. Others suspected the ghost of Abigail Ropes. She set the place up in flames. I can't believe that. Yet this hadn't been the first time that the Ropes mansion was ablaze. The 1891 history of the Putnam family in England and America recounted how the home had been set alight. Recently, it has been moved back from the street and is now the residence of the Mrs. Ropes, who have kept the old house externally nearly as it was, but the interior, unfortunately, was recently damaged by fire. Is the Ropes mansion predisposed to fire or phantoms? I don't know, but that's definitely weird that it's caught on fire, like, so frequently, I guess, like, so, like, back to back. Not back to back, but so many times through history. I feel like it's definitely something there. Is the Ropes mansion haunted? I think so. Superstition says that the Ropes mansion is unquestionably haunted. Visitors to the Ropes mansion claim that they can hear the sounds of Abigail's agonizing screams. Some say that they can even see her ghost. Others say that Nathaniel Ropes haunts the house alongside her. Do Rachel and Elizabeth Bernard visit the home as well? Do their spirits linger about this 18th century establishment? I don't know. You tell me. Rick and Georgette Stafford, former caretakers of the mansion, claim to have caught Nathaniel Ropes on film. The image was taken during an insurance appraisal and reveals 2 hands of a man seated on a couch. It's a ghastly snap of an otherwise unseen specter. Robert Cahill published the photo in Ghostly Haunts, writing that here the judge sits for a spell on the front hall couch. After all, if you were wandering around this mansion for over 200 years, you'd want to sit for a while, wouldn't you? That is so creepy. So Freaky Fires. It isn't unusual for spirits to lash out during renovations. In fact, it's almost expected. It's no surprise that Abigail may have disagreed with remodelings of the Ropes mansion. The 2009 fire has even been attributed to Abigail. An appropriate bite back from a woman set aflame? I don't know. Abigail seems like a baddie bee, so she probably was like, you wanna fuck with me? I'll fuck with you. Which, although, like, obviously I don't want anyone to catch on fire, it's like, dude, I don't know. Maybe Abigail had something to get revenge for. Like, maybe it wasn't just the fire. Maybe something else happened there. We don't know. Residual energies. There are accounts that the mansion's garden is likewise haunted. Oh, I've heard about this. I have heard about the garden. Visitors claim to feel the icy touch of an unseen spirit or hear the whispers of a disembodied voice. Is this Abigail Ropes or perhaps the garden's longtime keeper, Andy Bye? Bye was employed at the Ropes mansion in 1931 and oversaw the garden until 1994. His employment ended only upon his death. Perhaps Bye can account for the mysterious tapping felt by garden goers. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Oh, sorry, I bumped the microphone. I love that though. I feel like this is so good. See, this is why I wanted to find online like personal experiences here to hear like more detailed versions of just like generally what people see, but literally I could not find it anywhere. So maybe it's just because nobody's posted about it online because it's been closed from the fire in 2009. I'm not sure when it opened back up, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely like, I don't know. I'd be curious if any of you guys have been to the Ropes mansion. Let me know. I don't know if you have, but it's in Salem and it's obviously very popular because of Hocus Pocus, but I don't know. I need like somebody to go here. I need someone to take me here or go with me and just like see if the ghosts are there. See if they are. I actually haven't looked on YouTube to see if anybody has ghost hunted there, but I did look through like the general internet, like all the Reddits, the Tumblrs, Google searched, and I didn't see anything. So I think if I Google searched it, the YouTube videos will pop up too, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything, but let me know if you guys know any. So the Ropes mansion today. You might recognize the home's grandeur from Disney's Hocus Pocus. The opulence of the 18th century home was an impressive backdrop for the film's Halloween party. We can see why this stunning though spooky property was picked. Although the Ropes mansion has been renovated and even relocated, the exterior of the 2-story home matches its 1894 reconstruction. The Georgian property was then remodeled in the colonial revival style, with the most significant renovations occurring to the property's interior. Colonial aspects were introduced alongside modernized appliances. Fun fact, the colonial revival may have been a reaction to the centennial of the Revolution. Not gonna lie, I don't know what that means. The doorway was likewise replaced with a 3-dimensional design by Asher Benjamin. Okay, Asher, hello. In 1907, the Ropes mansion was gifted to the trustees of the Ropes Memorial for public benefit, who added a large garden to the property in 1912. Although the Ropes mansion is closed during winter months, the garden is open year-round. So, someone go say hi to, what was his name? Andy, Mr. Andy Bye in the garden. Where is the Ropes mansion? The Ropes mansion is a must-see for Halloween aficionados. If you're into cult classics, this one is This is one tour stop that you're not going to want to miss. Those sensitive to the supernatural should also stop by for a spell. Perhaps you'll meet Nathaniel and Abigail Robes. Maybe Samuel Bernard's mysterious spouses? ? Yeah. That's so crazy. I'm literally so like hyped up about this place. So that is the end of our little article. Sorry for my literally like the stutter fest. It's gonna take a minute to adjust to reading on screen, on the camera, on air, if you will. Because it's embarrassing. I don't know. Because it's like people are gonna listen. So I'm afraid to mess up. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know, again, like I keep saying, if you know any like personal stories about this, because I would definitely do a part 2 like with personal experiences here, because again, love Hocus Pocus. I would be interested to know why they didn't use the real interior of the Ropes Mansion during filming, because at that point the fire hadn't happened. So I'm genuinely curious to know like why Hocus Pocus didn't use the inside for the actual like town hall Halloween party. They just used the outside, which I feel like is strange to me. No, it wasn't the town party. It was well, yeah, it was, but it wasn't the town hall. I'm thinking of Halloween Town with that one, but no, it was the Halloween party inside of Allison's house. But again, just very curious to know why perhaps they didn't use the actual inside. But I don't know. Again, I did hear somewhere when I was researching about it that they are decorating it to look like Allison's house this October, and you can go and see it. So definitely interesting. I probably will not sadly be going, but I'm gonna be looking up them pictures for sure. So again, if you guys have gone, even if you just want to tell me a little story, just talk to me. I'm lonely. I'm just kidding. I'm really not that lonely, but I'm lonely in the spooky sense. Like, I feel like my family, my friends, they're not as into the spooky ooky as I am. So this is another reason why I was so excited for this podcast, because I need a spooky outlet. Like, I need somewhere to just talk about all the spooky things that I think about all the time. And I also am a true crime fan, but I'm not going to be doing true crime, I don't think, because I think that there are a lot of podcasts on it, and there's a lot of spooky podcasts too, but I think when talking about true crime, it's really, really important to say all the details correctly, and sometimes things get lost in the realm of social media and the internet, and people, it's real people's lives, and therefore being taken away from them as well. And so I would just want to make sure my information is always correct, and everything like that, and being the most like form of respectful that I possibly could. And just currently I want to focus on the spookiness, and obviously bringing awareness to those cases is extremely important, but I feel like sometimes it hurts the families when it's constantly like used for entertainment purposes. And I absolutely love true crime podcasts. Like Morbid is one of my favorites, so shout out to them. I know y'all don't care about little old me, but I love them to pieces. I just feel like they do it correctly. They make light of other things, not the actual victims and stuff, but I really like them. And there's other not paranormal true crime podcasts that I really like, but anyway, I'm getting on to a tangent. What I'm saying is I don't have an issue with true crime podcasts, but I do think it takes a certain type of person to do it, and currently I'm just more so focused on the paranormal and the spooky and the stuff that is definitely very real, but it's not so, it doesn't have to be serious all the time, just when it gets like demonic and possession and grr and rawr, that type of stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I got into a little bit of a rant there, but yeah, I just want you guys to know what to expect with this podcast, and we're on episode 3 now, and yeah, like I said, every episode hopefully will be getting better and better. And also, if the YouTube viewers are wondering why there's a huge space above my head, I'm planning on getting another neon sign that says all things ghostly. So I wanted to leave space for it, but again, I don't know if it'll fit, but I think that these little things for my audio listeners, I have a little like neon sign bat and a ghost on either side of me. So I want more, and I think all things ghostly would just look so cute up there, but I don't know. We'll see. It might be too long. So I'm gonna like figure it out and see if it'll measure out cool. if it'll measure out well. But yeah, anyway, I am getting like slap happy right now. It's like, it's not late at all. I was really just gonna try to pull, it's like 9 o'clock. No, it's not. It's probably like 6. But I'm a granny sometimes, leave me alone. Anyway, I really wish it was a situation where y'all could talk back to me. That would be so cool. But like I said, I think in my last episode, I want to start doing like TikTok lives, and I don't know if I would like live the filming process or just like getting ready for filming or something like that. So definitely check out my Instagram, which is at allthingsghostly, my TikTok, which is allthingsghostlypodcast, and then also make sure to email your personal stories and your paranormal spooky ooky stories to the email allthingsghostlybusiness@gmail.com, and I will read them. And make sure also in the email to tell me if you want me to say your name or not, or just like filter out your name and just say like blank for your name, because I definitely don't want to be exposing people. But just know if you send it in, it's going to be read, okay? I'm going to read your stories on this. And yeah, I just can't wait for everything else. I think my next episode is gonna be like the history and meaning behind a lore or a myth, because creepy lores and myths are so crazy. Like there's a new show that just came out on Netflix called The Watcher, and I know that it's not about the actual like myth of the Watcher, but there's a whole like old lore about a thing called the Watcher, and it's essentially what parents use to like scare their children into doing something. Like, you know, if you're not back by 8 o'clock, the Watcher's gonna get you. So it's one of the ones that I really want to do an episode about as well. So I don't know, it's definitely gonna be a fun time, and I hope you guys are excited about it. I know there's a lot of spooky podcasts out there, but I think I can squeeze in there, right? Is there room for me? Can I sit with y'all? Anyway, I'm blabbling now, but blabbling? Oh my good gracious. That is not a word. It's babbling. What is wrong with me? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will just go ahead and see you in my next one, because at this point, I think my mouth needs sewn shut. I've talked enough, okay? Goodbye.